Good morning, YouTube. Most of you probably want to talk about practical advice for shooting reasonably priced pistols better. That's not what I'm going to do today. We're going to go back and revisit. I made a little video comparing Atlas Titan to Atlas Athena, kind of how I feel about it now. We'll go through your comments and see what you guys have to say. Why not compare insanely expensive pistols that are only slightly different to one another? Let's compare them and then have a really strong opinion and then go through the comments. As you may remember, the Titan, like just based on my previous training and experience, let's say, like I prefer the way longer guns shoot. 5-inch 2011s seem to be the thing for me. But many of you, including the math nerds at Atlas, by the way, they have mathematically concluded that the 4.6 Athena is better for 9mm. Now, they may be right. They may be right. I still have to tune the springs for these guns. I could tune the loads. So if I was shooting soft reloads, probably my opinion would shift, or maybe my opinion would shift. But as it is, shooting them in their factory configuration with factory ammo, I would say I strongly prefer the Titan. Right? Okay. Let's get into your comments. Top comment. Oh, from Alex. I like him. How many limited optics B-class bros are now going to ditch their Athenas to get a Titan? Now, if you guys are not competitive shooters, there's I don't know if I wouldn't say it's the majority, but there's a lot of people that participate. I wouldn't say they're not like training all the time. They participate in competitive shooting. They go to matches as their hobby, and they have, older guys have a lot of money, and you'll see a lot of guys that are, B class, like they're not great shooters, they're fine, and they have these guns. They have, Gucci 2011s that they don't really practice with, and they go shoot the matches and have fun. Probably those guys will switch to Titans. Some of them will, no doubt. All right, next comment. I feel the same way, brother. Titan all the way. I agree. So far, anyway. Next comment. I like how Ben doesn't give an F on his video length. It might be a 20-minute talk or a 3-minute quick question. Like we're just inside his ADHD head whenever an idea pops in. Makes it more personable. Well, yeah, I know it's not the best YouTube channel where it's like videos are a consistent format and length. That's not what I'm doing. I just let it rip. All right, next one. Ben absolutely hating on middle class this year. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be, but it's true. Like these are, like I said, these are extremely expensive guns. And I did, just to be clear, I did my whole competitive shooting arc up to age 40 without shooting these things, without shooting guns that are this expensive. You don't need these things, but they're fun. All right, Wampler told you the Titan was going to be your jam, and he was right. Yeah, Wampler's a guy that I would listen to. If Wampler says hey, you should look at this thing, or hey, try this drill, or whatever, I will listen to what he says. He's an intelligent guy, and he trains all the time, and I like him. So there you go. If you guys are into competitive shooting, and or not even into competitive shooting, you just want to do performance shooting training. If you're in the Virginia area, Wampler's a good one to look at. That's where I would go. All right, I had an Artemis, and my friend has the Titan. I prefer shooting his Titan, and then sold my Artemis to him. The Titan felt smoother to me. Yeah, that's a good way to articulate it. In the comparison to the Athena is a snap. It's like a snap where the Titan's the Titan feels slightly slower in the way it reciprocates, but it's still, when I say it's slightly slower, it's still reciprocates fast. It's like it feels like it returns faster than any polymer pistol I have or any other metal frame gun I have. It just its return is very neutral and very precise. Feels slightly slower to the Athena. Love to see his opinions after shooting an Artemis. All right, I can't remember all the names. Is that the one with the porting? RDS V2 perfect pistol. Oh no, that's the one with the sight block. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably like that one too. Probably would like it more. I can never remember the names, guys. I'm very sorry. All right. Since Joel released an EDC video, would you be willing to share? No, that's you guys can let Joel do that. That's fun for him. Just because Ben says he likes the way one shoots over the other doesn't make one better than the other. It's very subjective. I disagree. I disagree, sir. I disagree. I find the 5-inch gun to be less forgiving of tension errors. I've used 11-pound spring or it cycles too slow. Any tension and I dip the gun. Athena with this 9-pound spring flips a bit higher but cycles fast, is a bit more forgiving of me tensing up. First world problems either way. Yes, that's a very nuanced opinion. I know that name. That guy's a shooter. Like that's okay. Like that's fair. Like, but you can see now he's modified the spring setup and probably is shooting reloads, which is gonna those subtle changes can shift your opinion when we're talking about 0.4 inches of barrel and slide length. 5-inch gang in the house, I feel underrepresented. Yeah, everybody's on the 4.6 train because math. All right, his preference is not surprising. A few months ago when he had the Atlas and just ordered the Athena, he predicted he would prefer the longer slide. Yeah, it's like that's typically the way I like the gun to shoot. Most prefer the Athena, and it's a good gun, but the Titan is my jam. I don't want any other design than the 5-inch cone barrel full rail 2011. Okay. The Titan, Athena, I ordered the Golden Fleece over a year ago, still waiting. Yeah. Sorry guys. It is, I know that frustrates people. I understand. I mean, you can understand probably why Atlas would be so kind as to just build me a gun at the front of the line so I can talk about it. It kind of informs people that are potential customers, and I give them some money, and they give me a gun, and I can talk about it on YouTube. It's a good thing, kind of for everyone, unless you're waiting in line for a gun. Then you just got set back like a day. So sorry. Which American ammo am I shooting? Blazer brass. Yeah, typically I shoot Blazer brass. That's what I buy the most of. I shoot PMC as well. That's kind of the stuff I recommend people buy right now for 9. Just like, I'm going to buy PMC or Blazer. Oh, what do people think about the Apollo? That's the one I ordered. Is that the ported one? I think that is. I can't tell. They're just showing me a picture. Whatever. Who cares? All right. Hey, Ben, more rifle content. Okay, fair enough. I'd like to see you get a Geissele Super Duty or something. Guess the URGI might be better if you're going with a 14.5 due to Surefire mount being pinned on that one. I think the Super Duty is actually better, though. I mean, one of my good friends is on the Super Duty train. He's a smart guy. He shoots tons of rifle, shoots tons of pistol, very into firearms training, and he's on the train for that. And he's like, man, fuck BCM. You should try the Geissele. And it's like, all right, you're right. I'm down to try that. I did just get a rifle from Centurion, which I'll be talking about as well. All right. My first 2011 was the Atlas Athena in hard chrome, and I got to say, Atlas is only the tip of the iceberg. Wait till you try an Infinity limited optics gun with a steel grip, or a Venom or EMG for that matter. If you think the Titan is good, prepare to be blown away. Looking down the ladder, though, the MPA, Locke, and Voodoo Priest are considered a step down from Atlas. In my opinion, they shoot much better than the Atlas Titan, likely because they have a steel grip. Last 2 national championships are won with these. Yeah, I think steel, like people like the heavy grips now, like that's the meta. I don't like the gun being super heavy myself. I don't think that there's, like, I don't look at the quality of like Infinity and Atlas as a ton different. Like Infinity is more like, they can make the gun look really interesting, but I mean, I've shot these guns. I don't think they shoot a ton different if they're in the same configuration. Atlas claims they build these different models around grip pressure and such. I'm not good enough to vary grip pressure to be able to give an opinion, but you definitely are. Yeah, I mean, I think that they put a lot of time into the design, like the math part of it, and like how the gun reciprocates. And they do listen to the guys on the team that test them, I think. All right, the guns plus dots costs more than my car. Yeah, probably. I mean, sorry. You need to change the recoil spring to an 8 pounds on the Athena. Comes with 9-pound spring from the factory. Like, okay. Get a budget 2011 like the Thesis or the Mac. Yeah, I would do that. I'd probably get a Prodigy. It's for fun. Um, Taking your class in Oakdale in a couple weeks. You can shoot my Apollo if you'd like. Okay. Noted Ben likes them black and longer. No, I mean this one's not black. This one's silver. It's silver and longer. I mean it'd be cool if it was black too. Just, I think the silver was faster for them or something. Atlas might be the jam, but will the Prodigy be a jam or a BAM? Ben Steger must review for us to find out. All right, staccato in the corner of the gun safe. Have you forgotten about me? No, don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I feel like the reviews are in for the staccato P and the XC that I have. The HD, oh, don't worry. Still in progress. I think that gun's going to go with, I'm on a 2-week deal to whatever. Like I'm going on a 2-week trip tomorrow, and that my staccato HD is going to go with me. Oh, man, it sucks being poor. All I can do is look at them like they're in a museum in a glass case. Well, yeah. In my country, to even think of an Atlas gun, I need to pay triple the price. Even in that case, I love watching videos on guns I can't buy. I would get the Titan II based purely on the specs. Fair enough, yeah. Crazy to think that you could buy approximately 23 Glocks for what these pistols cost together. Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is like it probably takes as much man hours to maybe more to put these two guns together as opposed to the Glocks. Because the Glocks are like the design's so different and they're so much easier to manufacture. Whereas to build these things properly, like it's all has to be fitted properly, you know? And even then the reliability is not going to be the same as something like a Glock. So it's a funny thing, right? That the cost is so different. In one sense, it makes sense to me. In another sense, if you're just looking at it for what it is, you're like, that's insane. Me, at what point does I don't have a whole lot of rounds through either of these becomes I have a whole lot of rounds through both of them? Yeah, so like on the staccato guns that I got last year, for example, between the two of them, there's 50,000 rounds fired through them, I think, approximately. And that's where it's like, yeah, I understand pretty well how these work and how they shoot and all that stuff. And I feel pretty comfortable talking about it. Hey, Ben, review a platypus and a Prodigy. I have the staccato platypus. I'll get a Prodigy at some point, just because it'll be fun. All right, guys, that's enough of the banter. We'll catch you on the next one.